love grooming. I love everything about it. I love trimming, I love shaving, I love tweezing. What I don't love is ingrown hairs, razor burn, razor bumps, or cutting my balls. Woo! And technically I didn't love that time that I got too close to the old rosebud with the grooming tool and cut my butthole. All that to say, over the years I've learned a few things, and today I'm gonna go over a few shaving don'ts that you should never do. The first thing we need to talk about is razors, all right? Because that's one of the problems and reasons why so many dudes are suffering more now than ever with ingrown hairs, burns, bumps, and all sorts of uncomfortable situations. One of the main reasons is the modern razor, all right? The modern cartridge razor is, in my opinion, good because it gets you like super smooth, but it's also bad for a lot of reasons, all right? In the old days, right, this is what you would use. It's a single blade safety razor, right? A single blade is in there. And as you stroke or go over the hair, it's a single pass. You might need to go once or twice to solve the situation, but it was a single blade. Now, oh my God, the cartridge razor has literally 5 blades in one head. What does this mean? This means that with every single stroke, it's like 5 passes of this razor. So the problem to this type of razor is that with that one stroke, right, the hair typically is getting like pushed or shaved below the surface of the skin. And so when it goes to grow back, unless you're exfoliating, it's gonna get stuck, it's gonna get trapped. And so today, guys, I want to go over a little shaving tutorial, some things that you should never do when shaving or removing body hair. Number 1, don't shave before you trim anything in terms of hair, all right? Here's the deal. If you've got a hairy chest, you've got a hairy face, you've got hairy balls, right? Do not just think that you can grab your razor and go to town. This is a great way to cut yourself. Also, the irritation is going to be ridiculous because you're not going to get it with a single pass. Instead, what I recommend, all right, trim it down. Take it as short as possible prior to actually shaving. Which brings me to number 2. Don't skimp on your grooming tool, all right? So here's the deal. Every guy needs a grooming tool. Not only because it's gonna help you maintain a sexy beard, which we'll talk about a little bit later because I actually am gonna groom my beard today because it's getting a little bit crazy. It's also something you're gonna use on your body, right? Whether or not it's trimming down some of the bulk of your bush, your pubes, right? Your legs, your pits, your chest, your back, whatever. You need a great grooming tool. Now, for me, the only one that I use is this. It is the Brio Beardscape. This is the 2.0. It is the best tool I've ever used. Now, in full transparency, I have tried like all the popular ones, right? And I bought this at Target with my own money because I wanted to try it, right? A lot of people were talking about it and hyping it up. I tried it. I personally did not enjoy the experience, all right? Now, one of the upsides is that you can take it in the shower. But honestly, trimming wet hair is also not something that you should be doing. You want to do it dry when it comes to trimming. And the whole skin safe technology, don't believe the hype, right? Because if you get anything close enough to that fine, tender baby skin of your testes and get it in those blades, you're gonna nick the shit out of it, right? If you want to do skin safe technology, right, just grab your Brio and check it out. Boop, 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 right? You can drop the blades as much as possible. That is skin safe technology. The best. The Brio Beardscape is the best grooming tool on the market, period. And I have tried like hundreds, all right? The reason why this is the best, few things, right? Right there, you've got a titanium rake. You've got a ceramic blade that, once again, is adjustable, right? And that's the other thing. The Brio offers incredible precision, but also flexibility. And then the other thing that I love, right, you've got this LED display. The display is gonna show you a few things. It's gonna show you the runtime. Right now, 167 minutes. Are you kidding me? But you also have the ability to adjust the RPMs, right? And it displays it, it shows you. It is next level. The other thing that I love, it comes with a ton of different double-sided attachments. And right now, for a limited time, guys, if you go hit that link down below, you're gonna get something special. It is the Zero Blade. The Zero Blade is a blade. The regular retail price is like 25 bucks, right? But this bad boy is black, it is metal, it is sexy, and it basically takes it skin bald. The way that it works, all you do, you pop your regular blade off, you get the Zero Blade, boom, you pop it on, and you are ready to go. And then check it out, ready? Right there, check it out, right? Skin bald, without actually it going below the skin, causing ingrown hairs and like razor bumps and burn. So if you're somebody that does typically suffer, guys, grabbing a Zero Blade and actually using that wherever you shave is a perfect solution. But do not use the Zero Blade on your nuts because you literally will cut the crap out of your balls. Guys, right now, they're giving away the Zero Blade for free while supplies last. because that's the thing, guys. They always sell out of this promotion whenever I do it. So if you have not grabbed the Brio Beardscape, this is the 2.0 version, hit the link down below. Like I said, right now they are giving you the Zero Blade for free. It's a $25 value while supplies last. Don't shave off your sideburns. Gentlemen, whether or not you've got a beard or you don't, one of the biggest mistakes that guys make is shaving the sideburns off at the top of the ear. Gentlemen, your sideburns are sexy. They also give your hairstyle a finishing edge, not to mention a little detail and dimension. But when you shave it off at the top of your ear or just too short, it basically looks like you're a little bit slow, because slow dudes have no sideburns. Always shave your balls, but before you shave them, once again, you gotta make sure that the hair is short enough. You don't wanna try to just shave like long, like troll doll in a headlock nuts, because that is what your nuts look like if you don't shave them. Balls are meant to be shaved, but what's not, in my opinion, are butt cheeks, all right? Which brings me to the next mistake, all right? Never shave your butt cheeks, and there are a few reasons. Once again, if you're using a cartridge razor, it's taking it below the skin. And if you got a fuzzy butt like I do, right? When it starts to grow back in, oh my God, it's literally like sitting on a cactus. You're also gonna have a crazy amount of ingrown hairs and bumps because it's gonna get trapped, all right? You'll only shave your butt cheeks with a razor one time, all right? A grooming tool is a better option, and that's the one that I use. I actually use this on the majority of my manscaping, with the exception of my chest, my arms, and my legs, all right? Now, this brings me to something else, your legs. As a dude, is that a don't? It's really personal preference. Total personal preference. If you want to shave your legs because it makes you feel cleaner, more aesthetic, if you work out, you lift, and you got nice legs, then shave it. One of the upsides to shaving a body part, it's going to reflect the light a little bit better. And so you're going to see more definition, which is why I also shave my arms, which is another thing I do. Now, for me, I think that shaving your arms with a razor is totally fine. If you want to use your grooming tool to take the hair down, guys, totally cool, totally personal preference. In terms of armpits, I also use my grooming tool to shave them. And the whole thing is, when I shave my armpits, I feel like I'm cleaner. I feel like it doesn't smell as bad. It also helps keep me drier. And that's just a personal preference thing once again. But the one pro tip I'll give you is, if you've got super long, like crazy, nuts, ridiculous hair that gets a bunch of clumpy deodorant stuck in it, that is definitely a don't. But don't skip exfoliation, which is the next don't. Gentlemen, you gotta exfoliate whatever you shave, all right? It's gonna help keep the pores open, and it's gonna prevent the hairs from getting stuck and like getting ingrown, bumpy, and infected, honestly. And so, any place that you manscape or you shave, whether or not it's like your face or your body or your balls or your butt, you gotta make sure that in the shower every single day you are exfoliating, whether or not it's with like a puff or some type of rag, or even the sexy exfoliation glove. The next shaving don't ever shave your brows, all right? I've talked about this a bunch, right? Eyebrows are one of those things that need to be plucked if you're gonna be extracting a hair, all right? Because when you shave a hair, you're gonna see a big fat cross section. And one of the things that a lot of guys do is that they'll shave their unibrow. And when you do this, you remove all the hairs at once. And if you're somebody that has dark hair, you basically look like you've got 5 o'clock shadow stubble on your brow. It's terrible. And so instead, you need to remove it with the tweezers, right? You pluck it out, remove it from the root. And so the hairs are gonna grow back at different times. And when it grows back, it's gonna grow back at a fine point, as opposed to a big fat cross section of a hair. Don't shave your widow's peak, all right? If you've got a widow's peak or some type of hairline irregularity, in my opinion, it looks terrible when you shave it. As a general rule, the more natural you can leave your hairline, the better off it's gonna look, right? Now, for me, when I was in 8th grade, I hated my widow's peak, so what did I do? I shaved it off. I told you I was into grooming from a young age. It was like in my DNA. And immediately I regretted it, because I'm like, oh God, this looks stupid, right? It looked bad. You could like see that it used to be there. And then it took forever for that hair to grow back out and catch up with the length of the rest of the hair. Anyway, do not shave your widow's peak. And do not shave your pubes. All right, now, this one, I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I know that a lot of dudes will shave their pubic region. For me, when I've done it, it's gotten ingrown, it's also gotten irritated, because when you shave down low, like the skin is soft, right? Because it doesn't get exposed to a lot of like stuff other than like your underwear and your pants and spicy senoritas occasionally. And what happens is, because you're taking it with a razor like this down so low, when it starts to grow back and you're wearing pants or underwear, it starts to rub, it starts to get ingrown, and unless you're exfoliating diligently, you're gonna have a mess down your pants. I'm going Grooming Tool, right? I trim it up down there. Grooming Tool works just fine. I take it as short and as low as it'll go, and it's perfect, all right? Something else is your stomach. And this is just something, once again, that I've learned over time. Your happy trail, your stomach, if you've got stomach hair, what I'd recommend is groom it, trim it short, do not shave it. Anytime you shave a hair with a blade like this that's taking it 5 strokes deep, gentlemen, you are running the risk of some type of problem happening. But like I said, if you're not exfoliating, it's going to exacerbate the situation. Don't not shave the base of Big Al, all right? So here's the deal. Your balls can handle a razor. Big Al, the base of them, got a bunch of hairs that like start to grow. You gotta make sure you remove it so that he's not, whatever you're into, getting a bunch of hairs. It's a more aesthetic, clean look. Something else that's more aesthetic and clean is if you don't have nipple hair. Shave your nips. Nothing looks worse than when I'll be at like the beach or the pool, I'll see a dude and he's obviously like manscaped well. But then like when I glance at his nipples, because whatever, I notice nipples because, well, they're nipples, right? And I see he's got like some long, like crazy hairs coming out of these 2 sausage patty nipples. It makes me so disgusted. I'm like, yo, dude, seriously, shave the shit off. But what you shouldn't shave, and the last don't, is your face. In my opinion, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think every single dude should have some type of facial hair. It looks better. It makes you more aesthetic, it makes you more rugged, it makes you look more manly. In my opinion, unless you're like super like Greek god chiseled bone structure of like an Adonis, you look a little bit doughy if you don't have anything on your face. It also helps strengthen a weak jaw because most dudes do not have super strong jaws because they eat like shit, they don't exercise enough. And so a good solution is grow a beard. You should also exercise, which will help in the patchiness. As you exercise, as you mature, as you age, your beard will fill in. It's all about testosterone. And one of the things you can do to encourage your body to be like, yo, give me a little more of the good stuff, lift heavy shit, right? The 3 big lifts, bench, deadlifts, and squats. Those 3, oh my God, testosterone, coursing. But regardless, if you can grow facial hair, try it, experiment. Because like I said, in my opinion, it looks better. It also makes you look sexy as hell.